Hi, I am Justin Mendoza. I originally graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts from University of Illinois, and I just recently received my Master's of Fine Arts from Boston University. My degree is in painting and sculpture. I originally commissioned through the University of Illinois as an through Air Force ROTC, so I commissioned as an Air Force officer, which I became a missileer, and then switched over to the Army after a couple of years, just because of, I guess, taste. Okay, so I'm presenting two ideas. One is an idea, the other one's an actual thing I'm pursuing. My first idea, I'm kind of working on the name, but it's the Vets for Acting. I came up with this idea when I'm actually going to school right now for acting, and it's acting for film and TV. So, and this is where I came up with my idea. I've been speaking with the director of the program, and he was talking about he wanted to give back to the community, so he wanted to possibly volunteer at the VA. You know, he thought it would have been a good idea to, I don't know, teach some of these veterans acting. And I went up to him, I just said, how about we just create similar to what Bruce did here, which was a boot camp. Because they do this, but they don't do it for veterans, they do it for just students who come in. So what we want to do is to provide an opportunity for veterans to act for TV and film. What it is, or what we're thinking of, is to do an 8-week program, which will train specifically for film and TV. So not theater, but things will include visits to studios, obviously acting training, what it's like to work around a film set, because it's very specific. There's some techniques that are involved with that. In addition, with this 8-week program, we're going to offer housing, so it opens up just not to the greater New York City area, but it can we can do it nationwide, and people could come in and do this acting program. So my primary market for this is veterans between the ages of 20 to 30, prior enlisted. The reason I say this is because they're young, they didn't start families, so when they leave the military. I remember when I first left the military, it was very not troublesome thing, but I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So it's at that moment, I knew I'm always an artist, that's what I got my degree in, but I didn't know how to pursue it. So and this will give that opportunity for that veteran to possibly discover if they want to pursue acting. So anyway, so we did the prior enlisted, National Guard or Reserve. Oh, right, National Guard Reserve. So they don't have to. The reason I said that is because National Guard Reserve's on that part-time, so we can still take them. My secondary market is the NCOs and officers. The reason I say they're secondary is just because at that time, I know a lot of my peers went to school or going to school to get their MBA, so it's kind of hard to get them to come over to the acting world or to the art world. I'm kind of the anomaly, where most of my peers are getting MBAs and I'm the only one getting an MFA. And then my extended market is just everyone who's a veteran pre 9/11. So that is my first one, and this is my second. GI Teddy, yes, toss that over. Yes, this is the prototype, if you guys want to take a look at it. So what it is, it's, as you can read, it's pretty much just a tribute and honor for that veteran who, I don't know, whether they're active duty or whether they got out. So what it is, it's a teddy bear that's made out of actual military fabric. It's not made from the uniforms that they wore, but it's the military grade fabric. And I try to mimic it as much to the uniform as possible, so I can, so you can see the Velcro comes off. So if you want to rip it off, it's user friendly. So so what that is the way I'll sell is it would be blank, so the patches won't be on there. So that veteran can put their personal patch on there. So on that one specifically, that's my combat patch, the number 1 on the back, the front of the ring. So anyway, so for my market, I wanted to specifically aim for the spouses. I kind of bolded it right there because it's not for the veteran. Like I personally like I think it's cool to have, but it's for the family members mostly. So that's where a lot of my numbers come from. So I'm putting like I put right there, 80% of the military are married. That's the market I'm aiming for, and more specific than that is the 40% who have children. So that would be my primary market. My secondary are the extended family members, and also the any pre-9/11 veterans that exist. And then third market's just people who are just interested, or my extended market. These are my competitors right now. There's Bear Forces America. They make these teddy bears that they're kind of like characters almost, but they don't really. They're not an exact representation of that veteran, of that soldier or Marine, whoever it may be. The other one's a memorial bracelets. They're just there. This one is customized, but it's just as a memorial. It's not for someone who got out yesterday. And then the last one, which came close to with what I made there, the battle bear. And the only thing is they only offer 3 colors, and only one of them is an actual military camouflage that's in use. So those are my competitors. And then for marketing, I want to focus mostly on social media. And just based on what I put here, you can see I have the military spouse and Facebook, and in the numerous amount of military pages that exist on Facebook, I would want to advertise through them. And then for sales, AFES is it's a store that exists on every military installation, and that's where I want to pretty much present, or that's where I pretty much want to sell this bear, because of the flow of traffic of military members. And then also through my website is going to be the GI Teddy online store. So anyway, that concludes everything of what I presented.
Thank you, Justin. Yeah.